sociology? I think the answer is, let me just show you the planner, and maybe that will help you to understand it better. So this is a planner which I give, and I ask my parents and any students who are preparing for any competitive examination, as again I said, that you need to understand that, for instance, there's one particular topic in sociology paper 1, that scope, which discuss scope and sociology relationship with other social sciences. So if I tell you this, scope of sociology, as I said, that it's try to understand what we need to study in sociology. As I said, that it study micro and macro perspectives or macro phenomenon. Okay, so we need to understand social institutions. So what is social institutions? It can be healthcare, your industries, religion, politics, economical institution, your culture, diverse culture, and what not. Sociologists so far have not left any area in which they have not conducted their research, because everything is a part and interest to sociologists. Okay, it has a clear cut, needed interdependence with other, not only with the social sciences subject, but also with physics, with natural science subjects, chemistry and all. So whom we are making exploration, whom we are doing experimentation, and who are the people who are doing these experiments. I mean, gravity is gravity. Who has given that? Right? We need to understand all this. Why Galileo has have to, after even saying that it is actually the earth which revolves and not sun, at that point of time, why it was being rejected by church, and why the Aristotle thinking and understanding was actually dominated Western society and everywhere. So we ask such questions, right? So it is related with everything, almost everything. When Socrates is talking about in Athens about the democracy, that justice is about not only for majority people, but it's also about minority. And when he executed, and when he said that it's good to take a death instead of going and escaping away. And then the Plato, who had actually famous his theories in his books, in his various books. One of the book is Republic. Or we have Immanuel Kant, or we have Albertus Magnus. These thinkers are just actually talking about the societies, which is actually has based the understanding of today's world. So as I said, that the subject matter is actually related with everything. So the political institution right now, if we talk about democracy, or if we talk about different types of government, direct democracy, indirect democracy, we have presidential form of government, we have parliamentary form of government, how and where this institution have evolved. So sociology answers each and every parameters of such questions, because it is engaged in critical thinking, right? So as I said, you need to see that sociology is very much related with history. So when you are, for instance, you are writing an essay, it is always advisable that you must write a historical perspective of that particular topic. Let's just say if a question come on gender empowerment, so you must know the history of female, why and how feminism have come up in the world. What is the nature of patriarchy? If patriarchy is the reality, so what is matriarchal societies, which we see? If patriarchy and matriarchy, are the societies which is the reality of society, so what about tribal people? What about indigenous people who do not believe in institution of marriage, and they are really very happy? I mean, there is no power game, right? So we do have thinkers like, we have Edward Kellett, we have George Eliot Howard, we have Herbert Spencer. So there's a very famous thing, and which actually UPSC also has asked, that sociology without history is fruitless, and history without sociology is fruitless. This is one of the questions which have came up, and I will show you in a while also. For example, we have Herbert Spencer. Herbert Spencer is a biologist, but he's widely read, in sociology, because he had taken up the theory of Charles Darwin, evolution of society. Then we have Auguste Comte, who is being considered as founding father of sociology, and all these thinkers who have related and who have seen society from a historical perspective. And then we have the relationship with economics. If I'll say about Adam Smith, if I'll say about Karl Marx theory is so famous, and his contribution is being actually evaluated on the contribution of Albert Einstein, Emile Durkheim, Simmel. Today, the basis of postmodern society is capitalism. Capitalism is actually a base of other ideology like communalism, socialism, and we are. I mean, still, I think that who Karl Marx was he economist, was he sociologist, was he political philosopher, who he was. So try to see things from a broader perspective. Do not limit your thinking. This is one of the issues which I personally believe it's going on, that people think that if you are reading history, so these are the books which is going to be enough, and let's just complete the year's paper. The only one thing which can help you to crack this exam is to have multidisciplinary approach. You need to have interconnection, and that's what sociology is doing. So why not to take up, a subject which is giving you whatsoever you are going to prepare? If you're taking political science, like in GS, if you're taking history, if you're taking economics, already you have a good understanding in your examination. Of course, those who are preparing for any, like, for SPSC or for UPSC or for NET, all these thinkers, this perspective become really important for all of us, right? So we also have a time limitation. The syllabus of, sociology is it's not that broad, it's narrow, and it become narrow because it has ability to connect itself with other disciplines. Okay, so this is what I would say. Then sociology is very much related with political science. We have, Thomas Hobbes. We have, we have various political scientists who have given social contract theories, right? So Rousseau, Locke, separation of powers, how it has come up, who has spoke about this. Political revolutions, we need to read out. Okay, why Napoleon, what he was doing during French Revolution? Why, there was we all know that in French there was a three-class system. In the first, there was this clergy people, this noble people, and then there was this king, monarch, and then in the third stage there are big merchants and service providers and everyone clubbed together. And then there is a clash between these three classes, that we have to understand, and that is being covered in sociology and political science, so as with anthropology and psychology and with other subjects too.